Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode with me, Shashank. And in today's episode, which is a credit card episode, I am going to tell you how you can plan an international trip with your credit cards to basically get free travel and free stays and also a lot of cash back. So stay tuned. Now, why am I doing this video? Recently, I took a trip to Dubai, right? And I went to Dubai from Mumbai via Air India and I didn't pay any money for that entire Air India flight. Now, after going to Dubai, when I was staying in the hotel, I got maximum cashback on that hotel. My general cashback is 3.3%, but there are other cards that give you higher cashbacks on any kind of online spends. I also had low forex charges. So I'm going to give you a lot of tips and tricks on if you're planning to travel abroad, how you can do maximum benefit for your credit card. So I'm going to talk about flights, I'm going to talk about hotels, I'm going to talk about forex card, I'm going to talk about everything in this episode. So stay tuned. Now the first and foremost thing to do is booking flights. Now flights is usually the second most expensive thing about an entire international trip. Now there are a lot of credit card that gives you points to book free flight tickets, and that's something that a lot of people know. But if you don't know how to do that, here are a few cards that can help you with, right? Number one is the Axis Vistara Infinite card. Apart from that, we also have an Air India international card from SBI, so you can use that as well. There are also other international flights like Etihad guest card from SBI, and there is also Emirates card from ICICI Bank. Now, if you feel that Shashank, okay, these are some cards that I can use for direct international travel spends, right? Now, if you say that, okay, I don't want a very travel focused card on only flights, then you can also take other cards like Axis Magnus or Axis Atlas, which on every spend gives you maximum airlines. So you can choose any airlines that you want. Or else if you take the Air India card, you have to choose Air India. Or if you take the Vistara, you have to choose Vistara. But if you take Axis Atlas, you can convert it into Vistara miles and you can convert it into other flight tickets as well and use this also. So that is one very big advantage that you get. Now, if you don't have travel cards, let's assume you don't have travel cards, then I would suggest start getting a cashback card, right? There are a lot of other cashback cards in the market. There are low premium cashback cards like SBI Simply Click, where you can get minimum 3 to 5% cashback on every kind of online spend that you do. So basically, every spend that you do on your credit card for your international trip, let's assume there's a 5% cashback on that or a 5% discount on your entire trip. Now, I personally use an Air India International SBI credit card. Okay, this is a Visa credit card that I have, which is a Visa signature card. And obviously, I get a lot of milestone bonuses as well. Now, my entire trip to Dubai, right, which was an Air India flight from Mumbai to Dubai, was booked through this, and I paid nothing. I just paid the tax amount that was there, and the miles that I had to redeem for this, I used a business class ticket, was approximately 46,000 points. And if you don't consider a business class ticket and you go with an economy ticket, it was 26,000 points. Now, if you spend approximately 4 to 5 lakhs on that card in a year, they give you 20,000 points just as a milestone benefit bonus as well. And here, the cashback redemption on the air miles is also very high because every time you spend, you get 4 points for every 100 rupees that you spend. But this is again limited to Air India because my card is Air India. If I wanted other flights, if I wanted to go abroad as well, I would rather use the Axis Magnus or an Axis Atlas card from that perspective. But flights, don't forget, it is a big expense, but you can get maximum benefit on these as well. Now comes the second most important step, which is hotels, right? Now, hotels is usually the most expensive thing in your entire itinerary, but let's now try to get maximum benefit for this hotels. And I'm going to show you a new strategy where you can double dip and triple dip into your points so you can get maximum benefit on your hotels. Now, how do we do hotels? There are a couple of different ways. The first one, how you can book hotels, is by going through a Vistara account. Now, you can make a Vistara account, go to Vistara, click on plan. On plan, you will say book your travel, and over there, Vistara has tied up with booking.com. Now, if you book any stay from booking.com via Vistara, you get Vistara points and you get massive points. Let's assume you're booking tickets or you're booking hotels for 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees. They give you a very good conversion rate over there. And because of that conversion rate, you get free air tickets again whenever you want to travel after that, right? That is one point you can use. The second thing that we can do is by booking through Intermiles. Now, Intermiles is again another website which was earlier Jet Privilege. You can make an Intermiles login, which is completely free. And then every time you book a hotel on Intermiles, you get Intermile points, which can again be redeemed for any flight. It's not focused on a single flight. It can be used on any flight across. So that is where I would use that as well. But I prefer using Vistara over Intermiles because Vistara gives you more benefits as compared to Intermiles, because Intermiles reward ratio is a little off, right? It's very expensive to redeem Intermiles, whereas Vistara it's easier to redeem. Now the third thing, if you're an HDFC credit card user, there is something called Smart Buy. Now this you have to definitely take advantage of, because Smart Buy basically gives you 10 times more points than anything else. This gives you maximum benefit, right? Now if you are using Smart Buy, which is HDFC Smart Buy portal, then you should either do it through Make My Trip or go to Smart Buy and directly book the hotels from there. It might be slightly more expensive, might be 200-300 rupees more expensive, but it gives you huge cashback in return, which you should definitely use, right? For Axis users, Axis Magnus again and Axis Atlas would again be very good, because you get a lot of edge reward points which you can again use to redeem Marriott stays. So that is where Marriott comes into the picture if you're using an Axis Bank credit card. Now if you say that, okay, you know what, Shashank, I don't have all these cards, then again you can go for a simple cashback card which gives you 3 to 5% discount on all your hotel spends. So hotel, as I said, is one of the biggest, and I usually use this to get maximum points. Now there's one more thing that I use here, right? When I'm going to Vistara, let's assume I go to Vistara and I go to booking.com via Vistara, and I'm booking my tickets or booking my hotel or reserving my hotel, I usually use my Air India credit card. Now what happens, I'm anyway getting points for the Vistara stay, which is worth 10,000, but that same 10,000 rupees I'm paying via my Air India credit card. So for that one 10,000 spend, I've got Vistara points and I've got Air India points as well. So this is double dipping into both. Now same, even if I have to do it with HDFC, I go to HDFC Smart Buy, get a massive 10x more points on it, which is huge cashback, and HDFC anyway gives me 3.3% cashback on my card, which is Infinia. So when I book that, I get huge returns which I can use in the next day and get a massive discount. So these are some weird ways you can start double dipping. Even on Intermiles, you can book something for 10,000, you get Intermiles points for that. But while you're on the payment page, use a travel credit card which gives you more points. So these are few ways you can actually double dip into your points, okay? Now here's a pro tip for you for hotel booking, right? If you're planning a vacation, let's say 2 to 3 months into the future, I would not recommend booking all your stuff in 1 month. The reason why I'm saying that is, if you book everything under 1 month and let's say you have to pay in advance, then your credit utilization goes up and your credit score might go down. What I usually do, I book my flight tickets in month 1, I book half my hotels in month 2, and I book the other half in month 3, keeping my credit utilization low so that my credit score doesn't get affected on overspending. So that is some new benefit that I use as well, so that my credit score is slightly protected. Now, if you look at my Dubai expenses, right? So I recently paid 10,000 rupees for a place that I was staying in Dubai using my HDFC Infinia card. Now, when I use my HDFC Infinia card, I automatically get 3.3% cashback on it. Now, I did a mistake here. I should have actually gone on the Smart Buy portal and booked on the Smart Buy portal, because then over there I would have got 10 times more rewards than what I did there. So sadly, I only got 333 rupees. But if I had used my Air India card, I would have got 400 points in return, right? So these are some small tips and tricks that you should keep using. Sometimes even I forget, but you guys should not forget, okay? Now, step number 3 is local spending. How do we accommodate for local spending? Yeah, we know flights, we know hotels, all this is great, but local spending ke liye kya kare, right? Now, there are different types of credit cards that give you very high forex markup charges. So every time you go abroad and swipe your card, you have to pay a lot of money, which is approximately 3.5% more than whatever you do, right? But there are some credit cards that are ultra low forex charges, somewhere around 1.99 to 2%. Like there's SBI Elite, which is at 2%, HDFC Infinia is at 2%, Axis Reserve, Axis Magnus are at lower rates. So these are some things that are good. But again, paying 2% also is a cost for you, right? So now it becomes very difficult for you to understand a risk reward ratio. Now, should I just pay a 5,000 rupees bill that I have? Should I just pay it from my credit card and pay 2% more on it? Or should I just use another card like a Neo Global card, which is the prepaid debit card, which has zero kind of a forex markup charge, right? Now you will definitely save that 2%, but you will have lost out on the points somewhere else. So now you have to make a decision what is more important. So maybe for low ticket expenses you can use that, maybe for high ticket you can use a zero markup charge card. So these are all the techniques that you can use, right? Now look at this. There are some HDFC premium cards that give you at approximately 2%. HDFC Millennial card basically gives you a very low rate. HDFC Intermiles credit card gives you at 2% forex charge. HDFC Infinia gives you 2% forex charge as well. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about, even there are SBI Elite cards as Access cards as well, which give you this. Now, one pro tip that I want to tell you, this is specifically for Dubai because I recently went to Dubai. There are other ways where you can maximize your spends. Now, if you go to Dubai Mall, you basically download the Dubai Mall app, right? Let's assume you went and bought something for 10,000 rupees in Dubai Mall. Now, you can take a photo of that bill. Okay, you can take a photo of that bill and upload it on the Dubai Mall app, and link your Emirates number, which is your Skywards number, on that Dubai Mall app. So every time you spend in Dubai Mall, they give you a conversion ratio. There's a small conversion ratio with respect to USD on your spending, and you get free Emirates points there, which you can again use to get free flight tickets as well. Now, these are some hacks that not many people know, but you can definitely use it. Yeah. Now, step number 4 is international lounges. Now, obviously, we all love our lounges. We don't want to pay extra in airports when we go abroad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you some cards that give you lounge access. By the way, if you get a card and they give you priority pass, right? A lot of cards give you priority pass, which is an international lounge permit, right? But they have some limits on this. Sometimes you can only visit 2, sometimes you can visit 4, sometimes you can visit 6. And after that, if you visit, you might have to pay $24 every time you visit the lounge, which is quite expensive. That ends up paying a lot of money. And if you have an add-on person, you have to pay another $24. So this becomes more expensive. Now, there are some cards that get you free unlimited ones into international lounges, but these are slightly premium cards. What are these cards? HDFC Infinia that gives you unlimited access. There's HDFC Diners Black that gives you unlimited access. There's HDFC Regalia, basically gives you limited access. Apart from that, we have SBI Elite, which gives you 6 visits per year internationally. We have Amex Platinum that gives you a lot of visits as well. And there's Axis Magnus, Elite and Reserve and Atlas that gives you international lounge access. But when you're buying a credit card, please look at this international lounge access wala part very clearly, because sometimes what happens when you book an international lounge access, it might be a paid access as well. So be very careful on that. It happened with me in my Air India signature card. I got the priority pass, but it was a paid priority pass. So every time I swiped the priority pass, it got charged $24 to my account. Now with HDFC Infinia, I don't have to do anything like that. Okay, now finally we're coming to step number 5. Now this is an optional step. You can skip it if you don't want to, but this is basically for car rentals. Now, how do we make money out of car rentals, or how do we get cash back on car rentals, right? So this is a very interesting trick if you're using credit cards. Now, do you know that if you're going to Europe or you're going to US or you're going to any country, and there are these common people who give you cars, right? There's Avis, there's Hertz, there's Budget, there's a lot of people. Now, what happens is whenever you're using a Visa or a MasterCard credit card, right? It can be any Visa, any MasterCard. Doesn't mean it's signature or platinum or normal. Any Visa or MasterCard, you need to go to Visa's website, because Visa's website itself has a lot of offers going on at a given point of time for any Visa user. Sometimes it's for signature, sometimes it's for lower tiers, but Visa itself, and I'll show you the link here and I'll show you how it looks. Basically, you can go there, and let me show you something here, where for Avis and Hertz, you basically get points as well, right? Now, if you own an Intermiles account, you can also book cars through Intermiles, which also gives you points. But if you don't have an Intermiles account, you can directly go to Visa and get a massive discount. Sometimes you get free upgrades, and sometimes you might get 10% off. Now, if you are an Amex card holder, which is American Express, you again get special perks for car rental. Sometimes you get an upgrade and you get massive discounts as well. So this was the entire thing. So guys, now I hope you know the different steps that are there for finding credit cards and trying to find the maximum benefit out of this. As I said, hotels is the most important thing as well. Flights would come number 2. After flights, we would do local shopping, and then we have lounge access, and then we have the special perks. Now, if you want to know other special perks on your credit card, right, which is Visa card or a MasterCard, I would suggest take your credit card and upload it on your phone in the Cred app. Why? Because I put all my credit cards on the Cred app. Couple of advantages here. One, it tells me if the forex charges are high. So it tells me all the amounts that I spent abroad, and it gives me a detailed summary saying, Shashank, your forex charges last month was 6,500 rupees. So now I know exactly how much markup I've paid. Apart from that, all my offers also come there. So anytime I want to check on the offers for travel or make my trip discount, it comes right there. So it's very convenient, and obviously it helps me pay my bills on time as well, so that my credit score doesn't get very affected. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any more doubts, any more questions on international travel, put it in the comment section below and I will help you out here, right? This is me, Shashank, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye.